I don't think I'd ever even heard of One Piece until about 2 months ago when Netflix released a trailer for their live action adaptation of the manga and the anime series. And after reading the comments for the trailers, all I saw was this is just going to be like Cowboy Bebop. It was made by the same people. I know how bad of reviews people were giving it, so I didn't even think to bother checking out One Piece until a couple of days ago when I read a couple of great reviews of the show and decided that I would check it out myself. And I'm really glad that I did because I absolutely love this show. But One Piece is an incredible show, full of likable characters, engaging, cool new world, a simple yet interesting and intriguing storyline. I mean, it's just a good, solid show. If you haven't seen One Piece, whether that be the anime or the live action, there will be spoilers ahead. So just a brief heads up before we go sailing on the East Blue for this review. All right, I think that's enough time. Let's get into this thing. The show picks up with the execution of Gold Roger, the king of the pirates. In his possession is the One Piece, the most valuable treasure, and whoever holds it is the king of the pirates. During his execution, he pretty much sends all the pirates on a wild goose chase to find the One Piece. Almost 20, or I think the show said 22 years later, and people are still looking for the One Piece. And that includes our boy, Monkey D. Luffy, an aspiring pirate set on finding the One Piece and becoming king of the pirates. On his journey to find the One Piece, he'll have run-ins with rogue pirates, the Marines, which is pretty much the army for the world government, thieves, pirate hunters, monsters, the whole lot. And along the way, he'll try to assemble a crew, find a ship, all the essentials of being a pirate, and go looking for the One Piece. That's pretty much the show. It's simple, yet it's effective and it's intriguing. And I think the main reason that is because the show is full of likable characters. I mean, there's a cast of likable characters, both on the protagonist side and also on the antagonist side. I think I almost like the villains in this show as much as I love the heroes. Not only are all these characters likable, but they're also unique in their own ways. Like Zoro carrying 3 swords, one that he puts in his mouth. Luffy having his rubber powers, being able to stretch and pretty much being immune to everything. Nami being a master navigator, picklocker. And then on the villain side, having a clown pirate. And then having the marine captain, having a fishman also being in the mix. I mean, it's just a cast of likable and unique characters that fill the waters of One Piece. And it's really fun to get to know them, get to see what makes them unique, not just on the surface, but in their backstories, and see them come together. Yes, it's basic, it's simple, but it's fun to watch it unfold. Not only are there likable characters, but there's lots of twists and betrayals, and a lot of things to keep you on your toes and to keep you guessing throughout the series. Now, obviously, if you've seen the anime, if you've read the manga, you're probably going to know what's going on here. But for me, a newcomer, this was great. I was on the edge of my seat. You know, that's all you want out of a film, right? To be entertained and to be immersed in the story, in the world. And speaking of the world of One Piece is very intriguing, very interesting, and very goofy. I think I was sold on the world of One Piece once I saw snail phones. I mean, snail phones. That's incredible. That's so cool. I don't know what it is about snail phones that seems so cool, but it is. And I was sold once I saw that. I was like, they communicate by snail? Sign me up. I'll watch 10, 12 more seasons of this show. It's also goofy that, like, with medieval weapons, like swords and cannons on the ship, but at the same time they have electricity. But it's not crazy and like, this doesn't make any sense. It's crazy and oh my gosh, this is so cool, innovative, creative. It's a cool world to learn about. And I do wish they expanded on it a little bit more in the first season. But hey, they're making more of these, so I think we're going to get it in the future. I will say, though, with this being an adaptation of an anime, of a manga, there's going to be certain things that don't translate as well. manga and anime are Japanese properties, and then this is a Western adaptation. So there's going to be certain things that don't line up. I think the best example of these two things clashing is within the dialogue. Now, there are a lot of points in the show where dialogue is great, but at the same time, there's certain moments and certain pieces of dialogue that just feel out of place with seeing this in live action. It just doesn't work. And they also put certain modern terms into a show like this, like talking about someone being toxic. And I was just like, wait a second, that doesn't match the setting. That doesn't match what's going on here. And certain things like that doesn't ruin the show, but sometimes takes you out of that immersion. I was not expecting to enjoy One Piece as much as I did. It's amazing. I remember having to force myself to watch the first episode just because I kind of wanted to see what it was about, and I thought about reviewing it. And then by episode 8, I was just on the edge of my seat binging these episodes because I had to know what happened next. I had to know what happened to my favorite characters, where the story was going, what the next twist was. I was so intrigued, I was so enticed, I was so immersed that I'm glad I decided to check this thing out. And I hope you will too. If you're into weird, goofy stuff, I think One Piece is the thing for you. It's a pretty good adaptation too, from what I've heard. So if you're a One Piece fan from back in the day, I'd recommend you check this thing out. But this show's not for everyone, and I get that. So I think with all that being said, let me know what you guys thought of One Piece down in the comment section below. Did you like it? Did you not? Good adaptation? Not good adaptation? Let me know all that down in the comment section below. But yeah, sorry for the angle change. At the time of this recording, the sun is just way too bright from the other position. So like half of the shot would be overexposed if I shot from the other side. So I'm sorry for the jarring angle change. I don't like it much either. Or maybe I do. I don't know. But you get to see my Frozen 2 poster, so that's a plus. That's a win. But all that aside, thank you guys for stopping by. I love y'all. And until next time, peace out, bro skillets.